What makes Cape Town an ideal city to explore?
That's a great question, I think, and also quite an easy one. Very recently, I had a fantastic conversation with the international brand specialist who visited us in Cape Town. And she's done work with a lot of destinations overseas and internationally, really great destinations. And she said to me, "You've got a very difficult job." And I was quite surprised by it because normally wherever I go, people tell me you've got the easiest job in the world. And I said to her, "What do you mean by that?" And she said to me, "So when you do a campaign, how do you select your audience because you appeal to everybody?" And I think that's the key. What a fantastic problem to have is that you appeal to everybody. So I think that Cape Town has something to offer for everybody. So we are a city in the heart of nature. We've got the ocean on the one side. We've got one of the most iconic attractions in the world, Table Mountain, that you look at every day. We've got a mountain range running through it. We've got fantastic different cultures here that basically translate into food and experiences. And then also a phenomenal wine culture. And that's some of the few things that I can mention here.
Yeah. Beautiful. And then just listening to you, obviously, tourism basically at this point is one of, especially Cape Town, and we're looking at South Africa as well, specifically more Cape Town, obviously, as one of the industries that brings in quite a bit of money, especially over the festive season and that. And for us as Cape Townians, obviously where we're at right now, as South Africans as well, because we can still travel within our own city as well. Why should we support our local tourism? Why?
I think the question that we should ask is, what would you get from supporting these businesses? It's about experiences. You only grow and evolve when you expose yourself to new things, new experiences. And I think it's really important to always try and do something different. So also, you create memories by sharing experiences with people. So for me, that is what we should do, as we should give ourselves the gift of experiences. And what better way to do that to go and explore your city and do things that you've never done before. Push those boundaries and just go and explore and do the things that you thought you'd never done. So for me, it's actually, what are you getting from going out there and experiencing your city and what it has to offer?
Yeah. That's beautiful. I like that because, I also firmly believe we should be supporting, of course, local businesses, and if somebody is doing something. But I want to move back to something that you said earlier, because I think a lot of people might be unaware of it, because you said Cape Town is one of those unique positions where it's also a nature city.
Yeah, definitely. I think that we can only compare it to perhaps Rio de Janeiro. I think that, you don't have to travel to go and do adventure. You literally go up Signal Hill, which takes you 10 minutes, and you can go paragliding. You can go stand-up paddling in the ocean, which is literally around the corner. I mean, you can go helicopters that depart from the V&A waterfront. You can go snorkeling with the seals. There's just so much to do in terms of experiences and nature experiences. Hiking, loads and loads to do.
Yeah. That sounds lekker. Now, when I hear you talk about that, I'm absolutely sure you might have a couple of favorite things to do in the mother city.
Yes, obviously, as you've noticed, I really love the outdoor and adventure stuff. Jeep Tours Cape Town is one of my favorites. They are a female-owned adventure company, and they do the most fantastic Jeep tours that they custom tailor-make for you. But their experience that I really love is to go to the Atlantis Dunes, and you literally go dune bashing, and you can go quad biking in the dunes and sandboarding as well. Another favorite of mine is ziplining. I think people don't know, but I'm petrified of heights, so I always try to the limits. So ziplining is another one that I absolutely love, and with that goes paragliding. And then another experience that I completely love is snorkeling with the seals. You do that in Hart Bay, and they are very grumpy on land, but put them in the water and they're very agile and actually playful. So it's a phenomenal experience to go and have them as well. And then on a light, for me to go to Jason Bakery on a Saturday morning and have a dough sunt there, because they only make them on Saturday mornings, and they have a different filling every week. So that for me is fantastic. And then I'm also working, how much time do you have? I'm also working on
You go for it.
another program at the moment. It's called The Journey of Taste. And it made me fall in love with the Constantia wine area all over again. What we're doing here is we're combining food and wine with other experiences in the area, and we create interesting itineraries. So we know that people want to come and experience wine in Cape Town, but you don't necessarily want to go and do wine tasting all day long. So we intersperse wine tastings and food experiences with other experiences. So it's taken me into the vineyards, and the views is just spectacular. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Constantia wine area at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to you now as well, Carel. I mean, one of the things I've noticed, we've done a few events where we've been taking photos as well. And one of the places that actually stood out for me as well was Langa, where tourism as well is quite, they're taking it quite seriously, and they're wanting people to get into the areas like Khayelitsha as well. So obviously these are things you guys obviously also sponsor and look at and actually encourage as well.
Yeah. Yes, I actually started a program called Neighborhood Experience Development a couple of years ago, and I launched it in Khayelitsha. I absolutely love going to Khayelitsha. I think that the creativity and the entrepreneurship that you get there is phenomenal. In Khayelitsha, I've done things like street art, where we paint murals in the informal settlement to create beauty around you. You create vegetable gardens. There's the fantastic choir, Isibani Africa choir there. There is the food experiences are really, really amazing. From traditional township to actually also cuisine, fine dining cuisine as well. So yeah, there's so much that we can do.
Beautiful.
Now it does sound super exciting, and especially with the neighborhoods and all of that, because I know when people, one of the most iconic images of Cape Town is definitely a Boerkaap as well. So and then it is phenomenal to see that is sort of transcending through the peninsula and it is going through the city at large. So it is brilliant. I wanted to ask you something else as well. And this is just touching on the nature bit as well, Carel. Just forgive me for jumping back. So a couple of months ago, about a year ago, we had this incredible, breathtaking, outstanding documentary, which was, just sweeping up awards left, right, and center. Octopus, My Teacher. I mean, that is something that highlighted the Cape Town coastline to such a global audience on a way that. And when you mentioned snorkeling with seals, that's immediately where my mind went, because I could see, I was reliving that documentary in my mind.
Yeah, it is quite phenomenal. And I think internationally, television, in specific markets, television is a big driver to a destination. And we do quite a lot of movies in Cape Town and series as well, but we're not always aware of it, because Cape Town very often doubles as a destination for other places. So you will be quite surprised if you know the number of productions that actually happen in Cape Town. So I think that we should definitely promote that more. And I think a good idea would be, and I know there's talk of it, is to actually start creating tours where we basically take people to the places where film and productions were shot in Cape Town.
Yeah,
I must say, there has been some quite exciting movies that I've been watching, and it excites me when I see Cape Town, and we recognize the venues, obviously, because, and I'm like, oh, look where they're at, oh, look. And I know one of the places that get used quite a lot is also the Civic Centre, which is within Cape Town.
Yes.
So I always see that on the background quite a bit when they're having these events. So it excites me.
Yeah, that does. And for serious, you're absolutely right. You kind of recognize streets and... Yeah, or a tree even, beaches. I mean, you don't miss it. You don't miss it. I want to ask you this, and it's a bit of a naughty question, but do forgive me for asking you this. There is to an extent that for anybody, and considering the current climate, the backdrop of the pandemic and all of this, which we are going to get into, but there is a perception that Cape Town is expensive. It is something that will put you out of pocket. So, and it's a bit of a naughty question, so please forgive me, but I must ask you, What can we do that would then be determined pocket friendly? What is there that we can do to still have an amazing experience?
Yes, so it's quite an interesting question because different people have different pockets. So what's friendly to one pocket is not necessarily friendly to another pocket. But let's quickly unpack that a little bit. So if you look at things to do that is really worth doing. So for me, when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is coffee. Now, if you look at the coffee culture in Cape Town, that alone experience. If you go to Truth Coffee, it is just phenomenal. The Truth Coffee has been chosen as one of the top coffee houses in the world. Then there's also Origin Coffee that does the most phenomenal coffee. So the coffee culture you can really go and enjoy here as well. And then once again, we are circling back to the great outdoors. So if you look at our beaches, we've got spectacular beaches. That is for free. A lot of hiking options. You can hike up Table Mountain or Lion's Head. That is for free. You can even go to the Newlands Forest. There's a lot of hiking options as well. That is for free. And then we've got the ocean as well, which bring you a lot of different water type sports. That's also very affordable. Yeah. If you look at kayaking, that's quite affordable. Stand-up paddleboarding, that's very affordable. Surfing, kite surfing is good. I mean, when you go to the penguins at Bulbers Beach, and if you go and look at the images that's being Googled about Cape Town, I think the penguins is number 2 after Table Mountain. So it shows you there's a huge interest in the penguins, and that's quite an affordable option to do. Kirstenbosch Botanical Gardens is also quite affordable to do and phenomenal.
Yeah.
In city sightseeing, the red bus. I've been on so many different red buses over the world, and nothing beats the Cape Town red bus experiences. And also look at their website. They're running quite a lot of specials specifically for local. So that's a good one to do. Point Promenade is also a good option, not only for people watching, but you can also rent bicycles and cycle along the promenade. There's the putt-putt, there's the little train for kids. And then our markets, phenomenal. I mean, markets internationally is a huge trend. If you Google at the moment Christmas markets internationally, I mean, it's a buzz. We've got phenomenal markets here, like the Oranjezig market. We've got also the Mojo market, which is every day of the week. And at nighttime, they offer you free live entertainment. So that's also quite good. Tasting is very affordable. If you go to Groot Constantje, for example, the visit to the Manor House, the history, the architecture is great. What else? V&A Waterfront. I mean, V&A Waterfront is entertainment alone. And then walk around the city. I mean, go and explore your city by foot. Long Street for me is still very exciting with the different shops there. And while you're there, also go to Moro Gelato, which I think is one of the best ice cream places in the country. Go to the company gardens, our authentic Cape Town cuisines. Go and have the Kusister, go and have a Gatsby. As you mentioned, Boerkaap, go and walk around the Boerkaap, phenomenal photo opportunities. So I think that there's really a lot that you can do without having to break the bank.
Yeah,
it sounds phenomenal.
And it is about just getting out and about, being there. I wanted to ask you about the bus, and then I was going to specifically ask you about the sightseeing bus, because you've seen the sort of the what do you call it, a topless open air bus that just goes through, and it just takes you on sites everywhere. And there on the bottom left, you have a picture of it on your screen right now. So that is fantastic. And like you said, of course, also what we got to do as consumers is have a look on the websites and see, because there's always great specials, and considering the time that we're in. Now, I want to ask you this as well, because during this time, obviously the pandemic has created situations where different options for accommodation, but and ways for people to have holidays. But during this time, is there any new accommodation establishment that has opened up its doors recently that is just brilliant? And I'm sure there must be.
Yeah, there's been a hell of a lot of brave people during this pandemic. I think a very interesting new addition here is Hotel Sky. It's a story building, the old MetLife building in town. It's across the road from the CTICC. It's huge. It's got over 530 rooms.
Wow.
If you look at what they've done there, I think is really phenomenal. They've got really bold interiors. There's a lot of prints. There's gold. There's chandeliers, and then they've got talking robots. The Infinity Restaurant probably have the best views of any restaurant in the city. It's phenomenal. They've got 2 rooftop swimming pools with spectacular views. And then they've got the Sky High ride, which is right on top of the building. It's a 35-meter structure. And at nighttime, you see it alight. It changes color, but it's red and green. And you really can't miss this hotel. So that is really exciting. And then having spoken about the neighborhoods, very fantastic addition is the new Spade Boutique Hotel that opened in Khayelitsha very recently. It is the first 4-star hotel there. It's boutique, so it's got 13 luxury suites. The interior is fantastic. It's really like big rooms, and then the facilities are quite fantastic. They've got a spa, they've got an in-house gym, they've got restaurant, a bar, and they've even got a heated outdoor swimming pool. So that is quite phenomenal. And then a new one opening very soon, I think it opens this week sometime, is the Rockefeller. Is an apartment hotel also in the foreshore. I think it's 18 stories high, over 300 rooms for apartments. And it's got a fully equipped gym. It's got a bicycle room so that you can actually go explore the city by bicycle. It's got a dining facilities and then also exquisite rooftop pool. And then a fantastic hotel that did a huge refurb is the Winchester Mansion that it underwent quite a full renovation and it emerged as just the Winchester. As you know, it's on the Point Promenade. I think the location is fantastic, and you can't miss the beautiful Cape Dutch architecture. It's definitely a heritage building. It looks fantastic. They've got very crisp white and black color scheme in the public areas. They've got the fantastic courtyard there, and the rooms are quite great. So that's, I think, 4 very interesting happenings that's worth mentioning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite a
They all sound super exciting, you know. And I'm very familiar with the Winchester Mansions Hotel, which is now just the Winchester, as you said. But I got to ask you this: so since we know you got a few of ice, that ride at the Hotel Sky, yes, is it on the list to do?
Yes, I've actually been in the queue to do it, and it was daunting because it is already 28 stories, and then it's another 35 up. But it's very wind sensitive, and it's got all the built-in safety mechanisms. So if the wind is too strong, it won't move. So I was a little bit relieved, but I need to now go back again. Yeah, I'll definitely go back for that.
Fingers crossed, mate. Enjoy it.
So Carel, just a quick one. Obviously, events was one of the Cape Town's bigger functions. Obviously, that would happen through, especially now this time of the year. And in the market, obviously, that industry has been hit quite hard as well because a lot of events couldn't take place because of lockdown and because of time constraints, COVID regulations, things like that. Could you perhaps tell the people out there right now, especially the local Cape Town people, and obviously those wanting to come visit our city within South Africa, wanting to come to Cape Town, what events have you got planned for the festive season?
Okay, there's quite a few lovely events happening. There is the Cape Town Carols are returning to Kirstenbosch from the 16th to the 19th of December, so that's a great one. And then there's Breathe There or Be Square. That is an open-air dining experience that happens in Breer Street on the 18th of December from 2 o'clock onwards. There's the Sunday Sunset Concerts at Durbanville Hills, which happens every weekend until the end of May 2022. And then Emo Adams and the Take Note Band are doing shows at the Grand West over the festive season as well. And then there's the Cape Town Summer Market. That happens at the Company Gardens with over 100 vendors from the 16th to the 18th of December. Then there's the Summer DJ Series at Hazendal, which is also every Sunday afternoon, I think until the end of February, that one happens. And then Slapstick at Zip Zap Circus. It's a circus show with a 1930s twist. That happens from the 15th to the 22nd of December. Alan Committee is back at the Theatre on the Bay. So that's a few of the things that happen. Also, go to our website. It's capetown.travel, and go and look at the events calendar there. There's loads of stuff happening. So just go to our website and you'll definitely find a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I was going to ask you as well. Where can we just go? Where we just get all the things? But your website is so easy to navigate. It is really brilliant. It's got deals, the events, places to stay, things to do. It really gives you great testimony of everything. So just simply go check out that capetown.travel. It is a wonderful one. So, Carel, is there any final thoughts from you? Thank you, sir.
No, for me, just guys, go out there, enjoy your city. But I've seen people being out here already. If you look at the Point Promenade, people are coming over weekends, having picnics on the lawn. You know, people go out, enjoy the public spaces, enjoy your city, enjoy local, and also support local.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then quickly before you go, there's something on the screen I just want you to touch on, the Pocket Friendly Challenge. What exactly is that?
So we've launched a domestic campaign together with Travel Start, where we are offering pocket-friendly experiences to the domestic tourism market. We're hoping to get travelers from all over the country to come and enjoy the festive season in Cape Town with us.
Cool.
And they can simply just go
to our website, check it out, go to the Travel Start website. So if you are listening in from anywhere else but Cape Town at the moment, people go and come and visit us.
Excellent.
Our phenomenal destination.
Excellent.
Carel Stadler, thank you so much for joining us here on Mahala Monday on this Tuesday. It is absolutely brilliant talking to you. We wish you the best of festive time as well. And thank you for highlighting a place that is, well, phenomenal. That is our essence.
Thanks for having me.
It's not even close to heart. It is us. So thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you.
See you.
Brilliant. Wow. And it was really great talking to Carel there because he gave lots of things. Lot of ideas, and reminded me of some of the things that sometimes go a little bit over my head that you just need to revisit and go and experience it. But it's about being out there, Rhoda.
And I think also as well, Dougal, what I've experienced and what I'm finding is that somehow you think you might have done some of these things, but the list actually gets longer and longer because there's so much more that's happening within our city that's evolving, that's changing. As time goes by, things are changing. Yeah. And I mean, some of the things that I've seen as well, and some of the places I've gone to, that renovations take place, there's add-ons,
Exactly.
So it's things you need to go really look at and actually add on to your bucket list.
And it's funny you should say that because it's exactly it. The experience has gone deeper. Oh, yeah. But because of that, it is sprouted off into other experience, which is all add-ons. You are absolutely right when you say that. Mm-hmm. And it is amazing. And the thing is, you got to treat yourself, and especially this time of the year, isn't it? Oh, yeah. And I like the fact that there's pocket-friendly things. So what you got to do is you go to capetowntravel.com. That is the website. Cape Town, so www.capetown.travel. Go check it out. And the website is super easy and really brilliant to use. And you will see amazing, amazing things on there. We got to watch that video again just to just to
experience it again.
Yeah. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. It is Mahala Monday on this Tuesday. You look nice.
Thank you very much, Hugo. And so do you.
Yeah, but you know what it is this time? It is the season, isn't it? And we just want to thank you here from Ala Monday side. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with us throughout the year. Thank you for liking and sharing and being part of the discussions. And over this time, we've had some really incredible conversations, and we all had one thing in mind, of course, and that is to make a positive impact to whatever we do. So for that, thank you very much for being part of all of that.
Yeah, so we just want to wish you and your family and friends a very festive season and a Merry, Merry Christmas.
Certainly the best of Christmas ever. I got you a gift.
Thank you, Dougal.
Well done.
Wow. Yeah, I'll use it next year.
That's the thought.
That's a thought that counts.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Season greetings to everybody. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Quick one, everybody. Just a reminder to tell you that we will be closing the 15th of December and we'll be back the 10th of January. So, see you then.
See you then.